Yes, welcome back to a brand new video. Today, what am I doing? Well, I'll be reacting to the TGF video that has just recently gone out, the first episode to the new Haunted series that we are doing. So, I thought it would only be fair to make my own separate video on this, as I've seen a lot of the comments on my reaction from that video, and I can safely say that I was genuinely the most terrified that I have ever been. So, we're just going to look through some of the scenes together, and I'm just going to try and walk you guys through exactly what I was feeling, how I was feeling, and what was running through my mind, because believe me, there were a lot of emotions. So let's dive right into the video.
The plan is to be locked inside this building with a bunch of ghost hunting equipment for the next 24 hours.
So at this first beginning section here, you know, obviously we're waiting to all go in. We don't know what to expect. We just know that we're going to be greeted by the owner. She's going to be walking through some stuff with us in terms of the history of the building. At this point, I'm still skeptical, you know, like, I don't know, I'm a bit like Luke. Do I believe in ghosts? Don't I? I'm not sure. I mean, I probably do so more now after the experience that I've had, but we'll get into that a little bit more later on in the video. However, at this point, you know, like I say, stuff is very much still in the air. We don't know what we're getting ourselves into. And I'm actually on the second camera at this point, so you see that it switches angles into that sort of night vision mode. I'm actually on that cam, so you've got Jamie using the main cam, and I'm sort of just, you know, just doing bits on the other angle there. Jeez, you know, your boy on the equipment and that.
Fake. I haven't had enough evidence.
Tell the people, yes or no, do you believe in ghosts?
I do not believe in ghosts or entities or anything like that.
But yeah, so at this point, I wasn't too scared. Wasn't too scared, to say the least.
This building is one of the oldest in the world that still exists, and buried underneath it are the bodies of hundreds and hundreds of children.
So as Jay said in that part, this building is one of the oldest in the world that currently still exists and has a lot of the original material still attached to the building. And you really get that sense when you walk into the inn. You get this incredibly ancient vibe. You know, the ceilings are fairly low, like they have like supporting wooden beams that you can easily bang your head on, which, you know, I'm surprised I didn't do, to be honest. I've done that before in other places that are quite old. And you just, like I say, you get that ancient vibe as soon as you walk in there, and you know that that place has gone through a ton, I mean a ton of history. It's really quite fascinating. So my instant reaction when I saw the place, I was like, wow, it just speaks volumes. It tells a story, and that for me was quite intriguing. But again, you know, I'm not too scared at this point. I'm just sort of, I've walked into the building, I'm taking in the scenery. It's an old looking building. I did not know what I was getting myself into.
This is the table, bro. She was talking about singing the nurture rhymes. Wait till you see how dodgy this area of the building looks, okay?
So at this point, we're still familiarising ourselves with the inn. We've got a lot of rooms to check out, and you can tell within my facial expression that I'm still a little bit skeptical. I mean, to be honest, I think Jamie, he looks more skeptical than I do in that frame there. But yeah, and Luke as well, like. But yeah, not too scared at this point, not too scared. And I keep saying that is going to change quite drastically very soon indeed.
Alright, I think I heard that then. I actually think that genuinely, I think I heard that. Yeah, I heard.
So this was the first weird experience that we experienced, and the only, well, I'll let Luke describe it.
The only way I can describe it is if like a piece of rock came loose and kind of like hit these other pieces of rock as it fell down.
It was kind of like squeaky.
So exactly how he described it, it sounded like rocks were sort of falling down the wall. And I know that it's quite hard because we heard a lot of distant sounds. It's really difficult for the cameras to pick everything up. But being in that moment and, you know, surrounding yourself with such a dark and quiet atmosphere, for you, all of those sounds are really intensified. So you're, I think, in your brain subconsciously, you're analysing or over-analysing everything rather, maybe a bit too much, but it definitely was the first strange sound. I mean, it could have granted just been like, you know, these are very old bricks. Obviously, this is like one of the world's oldest buildings that still stands, so it could have very easily been just like a piece of rock or stone that's crumbled away from one of the bricks from the walls. But regardless, it was strange enough because it was pretty consistent.
In that,
Why is it looking at me?
She's got like eyes like the Conjuring, look.
What I don't understand is why this inn has the things that it does still lying around. Like, come on, is that a genuine children's toy from back in the day? Because the thing looks absolutely possessed. I'm sorry, like, who manufacturing those toys would have thought it was a good idea to just paint like a vertical line just going right down the middle of their eyes? Like, that ain't normal. Surely that isn't normal. Like, it's pretty bizarre. Like, looking at that sort of stuff within the inn makes you think, like, okay, some rituals have happened here. Like, something's not quite right.
Okay, yo, like, someone do this Ouija board with Jay. I'm not doing it.
Yeah, I love the way Ramel's like, yeah, someone else do the Ouija board with Jay. Like, I'm not doing it. Like, yo, getting Ramel to do a Ouija board is like the most impossible thing ever. I mean, I don't blame him. Like, I'm probably just an idiot, but probably all idiots. But just the way he's like, yeah, nah. Someone do it, but me, I'm not doing it. Straight up.
Yo.
Yeah, did you hear that?
That was this.
You heard that, innit?
Nah,
No, it wasn't, bro.
It was
It was low,
running.
really low. Yeah, it was like
Bass.
So at this point, this is genuinely where I think fear started to creep up on me, and it started to get pretty real. So as you can tell in my facial expression, like, I am freaked out. I heard a very, very low rumbling sound, almost like an earthquake. Like, that's the best way I could describe it. It's like an earthquake was happening, but on a very small scale. But I would actually feel the vibrations sort of come up through the floorboards, up through the levels of the inn, and vibrate throughout my torso. And it was the most terrifying, surreal experience that I've felt in a long, long time. And like, I was frustrated because Ramel wasn't feeling it or hearing it. I was like, come on, bro. I was like, you've got to be hearing that. Like, for me, it was so intense. I was like, how are you not feeling that? How are you not hearing that? Like, you can tell how passionate I was about it. But then I was like really, really happy that Jay heard it as well. I was like, see, I'm not just imagining things. I was like, am I imagining things? Nah, I'm not imagining things. Like, it's getting pretty damn real. And yeah, it was only gonna get worse.
Bro, it wasn't.
It was the
I promise
car.
It was not the car. Bro, it wasn't. The car went past. It didn't like vibrate.
It was the car.
Bro.
It was.
Boys, I fucking heard that.
You heard that as well,
Bro, yo.
So you can see how frustrated I am. Like, Ramel's like, this car going past. Like, it's not. I heard the cars going past, and that sounded completely different to what I'm hearing. And then Jamie heard it. My man Jamie, thank you, bro. Back in case. And he heard it too, and I was like, okay, I'm definitely not hearing stuff now. This is pretty damn surreal. Like, what is going on? I need answers.
The vibrations from the cars, bro.
You heard it, bro. You heard it.
Alright,
I swear,
It's
bro.
not like, I swear.
What do you mean?
And then to top it all off, my man Luke hears it too, and of course gives the very clarifying handshake. That part just kills me. I don't know why I'm just noticing that part now, but it's just that handshake like, yo, Ramel, trust me, there is a sound going off in this place. Like, yeah, oh my god, Luke, bro, you're too funny, man.
You heard it. I swear,
It's
bro.
not like, I swear.
What do you mean?
Just saw a shadow go past one of them windows.
That section of the video did terrify me because something just caught Jay's eye, and like, you could just tell he was like so genuine about it, like, and he was shocked, and he just sort of went like a little bit pale. And obviously, you know, he said he saw a shadow go past one of the windows, which is scary because there's no one else in this inn. Like, it's just us at this point. The owners have left, so they have given us I was gonna say the tour, but they didn't really give us a tour. They just gave us an explanation. They've left us to our own devices to literally spend the night at this place. So the fact that he's saying these things and we're hearing these sounds is like, all right, maybe this place has got something about it, and maybe something quite dark at that. And again here, guys, the sort of low vibrating noise is coming back up. I'm hearing distant knocking. I think we're all hearing the same thing. And finally, Ramel hears something too. And I think that was the first time that he was genuinely like, all right, yeah, something might be going on with this place. You know, maybe I was being a little bit naive.
No. Did you see in there, bro? Yo, Ramel, fuck that. I ain't going in there. Did you see that?
Yo!
What's that? What's that? Nah. That was one of you. That was one of you.
Yeah, I'm sorry. That was me. I
Oh,
couldn't
was it
even
you?
make it.
Oh, God.
Honestly, right, this bishop's room was the dodgiest looking place. I don't know how anyone is getting a good night's sleep in there. Like, and I went in to check it out, and then someone had like closed the door on me. I was like, "What's going on?" I was hearing all these sounds. I was like, "No, what is happening?" I was proper freaking out. And lo and behold, Jay was up to no good. Of course, like, which put my mind and heart a little bit at rest. I was like, for flip's sake, I literally like had thought like a ghost had like shut the door, and I've just been trapped in this bishop's room, because they were all like, you know, acting as if something weird was going on. So I was like, "No, what's going on? Like, let me go and check this thing out." And yeah, then you know, the boys had to do that to me. So
I'm bored personally. This place ain't scaring me. It ain't scaring you. You look the happiest I've ever seen you, right?
Right, this part, for me, is one of the most amusing parts of the videos. Like, I think at this point, the adrenaline was rushing through us all from having heard the sounds prior to this moment. And obviously, it's really late at night, so we're tired, but we want answers. Like, it's almost like we want to see a ghost. We want to see an entity for ourselves. So we want answers to all of these strange things happening. And, like, it's just the way, like, Jay's like, "Oh, yeah. Ramel, you look like the happiest that I've ever seen you." Like, look at his face.
You look the happiest I've ever seen you, right? In a face.
His face there, like, I don't know why, it just makes me laugh. Like, the energy all between us is just brilliant. Like, there honestly is no other group like us, man. Fucking, it kills me.
Thought I saw something behind me. There we go.
Given the church room, it looks like a church. I'm just gonna leave this GoPro. Okay, so the next weird thing that happened, like, we're obviously given GoPros to go to our own separate rooms to essentially put them in those rooms so that they can record any sort of unusual motion. Now, we have like really, really sticky adhesives on these GoPros, and they stick to pretty much anything, especially if you sort of dust them down and you've got like a flat surface. So the surface that I was using was a flat piece of wood from a bench, a flat piece of wood, right? I put mine down, I stick it extremely, extremely hard with literally all my pressure, because I'm making sure that thing is staying. Tell me why like 20 minutes later, I'm gonna leave this GoPro right about here. That happens. Like, what?
Whoever can spend 5 minutes in the attic alone later on as well. Doesn't have to be now, later on. I'll give you $2,000.
Yeah. Oi!
2 minutes alone in the attic.
I'm on that still.
Okay, cool.
So obviously Jay coming in with his bribery skills there, you know, a nice little 2K, that wouldn't go amiss, would it? And I'm like, yeah, man, I'll spend all night in the damn attic, like, I don't care. Did I fuck?
You know how fast can you get to the fucking attic, bro?
No! Move, bro! Move! The bell downstairs, fam, you did not hear that?
No.
Bro, it went off, the bell went off, it was bare loud, you got overheard that.
No, we got the GoPro Ramel.
So this arguably was one of the most terrifying parts of the night, where the bell went off. And Ramel tried to explain it later as possibly being a gust of wind. However, I told him to slam the door in that room as hard as he possibly could, and it did not really barge the bell an inch, so it could have been that. I mean, it's literally just one of those things, like, what else can I say? How do you explain it? You can't. So many things happened that night that you just can't explain, and I don't know, has that made me now believe like more in ghosts? Like, maybe it's just such a weird concept. Like, I want to see something for myself. I want to see an entity. Like, I want to speak to it. I want to know for real. Like, it just feels like these energies are just toying with us at this point, with all that is going on, and that is, to be honest, in itself a dark and unsettling feeling.
I'm genuinely scared, like, bro, I'm genuinely scared.
We've still got the attic.
So after that, obviously, we've all sat down, we're analysing the footage, we're trying to comprehend what we've just heard, and, like, you can tell now at this point, I am genuinely petrified. Like, I kind of don't want to be there anymore. Like, obviously, I don't want to be there for my boys, you know what I'm saying? Like, I got my boys, you know, if anything goes down, like, you know, I ain't gonna ditch my man like that. But yeah, like, I'm petrified. I don't know, I'll just admit it, you know, I'm a little bitch, and what, like, I am scared. I am pooing myself. Like, I need nappies at this point, and I am scared to even think about what more can possibly come from the night as it gets later, because you know what they say as well, the later it gets throughout the night, the more stuff that happens, the closer you get to, like, what is it, witching hour and all of the weird stuff. So yeah, I'm not excited. Not excited at all.
The only thing I could possibly think of is like closing the door abruptly and the wind like moving. I don't know.
Exactly.
Okay, all right. Okay. Yeah.
Try it now. Try it.
Oh, it's a soft shutting door, isn't it?
I've genuinely never seen horror and shock like this on Jay's face before, so when he calls Caroline to try and get some explanation for what we've just heard regarding the bell, she then proceeds to explain that there's a grave in that room.
Do you know the room that's got like the gate on the floor?
Oh, what, the grave, yeah?
Yeah.
Wait, what?
Grave?
What do you mean? A what?
Oh, you didn't know?
And I did think that initially, you know, I walked in, I saw like the sort of teddy bears and obviously the metal fencing. I was like, it is a kind of weird looking grave though. Like, why would you make a grave like that? Honestly, why? Just why?
Is there like anybody here playing tricks on us?
No.
No.
It's kind of unsettling to watch that scene as well when Jay asks Caroline if there's anyone there toying with us, and she sort of has that giggle and then, you know, proceeds to be like, no, in a sort of trembly voice. Like, you know that's authentic. You know she's not set anyone up, any of her friends, to like, you know, hang around or do anything or like prank us. Like, that was genuine. That was a genuine answer. And that sort of scared me even more because I was sort of hoping that she'd be like, yeah. There's I don't know, my grandson there, he's messing about in a cupboard or something. Like, it's so strange. It's so strange.
It's the bell. It's the bell. What the fuck? It happened again.
And then to top it off, we hear another bell. I mean, really, we've just been through that experience and the ghosts want to do that. Like, come on. Like, that's when I think I just lost my mind. I absolutely lost my mind. Like, what am I hearing? Like, come on, like, stop now. It's just taking the mick. Like, the first was bad enough, and then you proceed to experience that after we're on the phone speaking about the exact specific situation, and another bell goes off, and it's like, I think in my brain I was just like, right, this is like, it's happening. Like, there's someone there, there's a ghost there's something listening to us, it knows what we're up to, it knows what we're trying to do, and it wants to F with us. Like, it really does. Like, and yeah, it's scary. I was petrified. I was just increasingly getting more and more petrified at this point.
Right there. Yeah, man. Yeah, bro. Yeah. Some like noises are happening in there.
And then Jay goes into the first room to check it out to see if there's any answers, anyone lurking around, and then he hears that knock, and we're just hearing all these sounds, and they're getting a bit too much for us all. I think we were all just like, all right, yeah, this place is haunted. We've got that confirmation for sure. Like, what else can possibly happen? Like, what else do these entities want to throw at us?
Where's that coming from? Let me just hear this.
Right, that sound really stressed me out. Really stressed me out. It sounded like water rushing. I mean, it clearly sounds like water, so it makes me think, is there a pipe leading from another house that it's attached to that maybe like has its sewage system shared with like this building? I don't know. I'm trying to think of anything here, but that was just a too loud and too present sound. And as you can see, when we go to check it out, it's clearly coming from that room that I put the GoPro in, and we can hear it so clearly, but it's still so baffling. But because it's so loud, I'm just like, I don't even know. Like, none of us really know how to react to that. It's there. It's clearly there. Like, what more can we say? So this next part really did confuse me. So there's just dice lying around in the attic, probably the most haunted part of the house. And Jay proceeds to say this.
6 if the devil's here. 6 if the devil's here.
And then it lands on this.
Oh! Don't.
What the fuck?
You can't make that up.
I mean, come on, what are the chances of that? What are the chances of that? You literally do have a 1 in 6 chance, 6 numbers, but how often do you get a 6? How often do you get a 6 on a piece of dice? And the first time he's launched it and that happens,
What's that, Jamie? What the fuck? Fucking hell!
What?
What the fuck? You heard that?
No,
please.
So this was one of the sections of the video where I was genuinely the most petrified that I had been. And as you can tell, I just launched myself away from whatever I just heard onto the bed. And I saw one of the comments saying that because I launched myself onto the bed, that then meant that the ghosts were more obliged to attack me from then forward. But I don't know. All I could describe that moment as was that I just heard a big scraping sound from near Jamie, like in front of him, like someone was being dragged across the floor or something was being dragged across the floor. And I was just like, nah, I don't want no part of that. No, like, it's pitch black in there as well. I can't see anything. Like, get me away from it. Just get me away. So that's why my instant reaction was to launch myself onto that bed. At least I've got like some nice cushioning, you know. If I'm gonna die, at least I can die in comfort or somewhat comfort.
Please, yo, did you boys hear that?
Are you good, bro?
The way Luke's just like, yo, Jay, have you phoned back, bro? Like, it's not even phasing him. He's just like, he's probably just thinking, like, yo, this guy's a crackhead, you know? Like, I'm so petrified. Like, that's why the adrenaline's going through me. And, like, I don't know what to say. I'm just like, come on, like, please, everyone tell me you've heard that. And, like, I don't know why everyone else isn't freaking out as much as I am. Like, I'm like, come on, you must have heard that, guys. And Luke's just like, here's your phone, bro. Like, I love you, Luke. Watching this footage back is genuinely one of the most unsettling clips from the video, in my opinion. Like, I know how sturdy GoPros are, like, and you can hear that clicking sound. Listen to this. Come on. That sounds like someone is grabbing the GoPro with their hand at least and giving it a little bit of a shake. GoPros don't do that on their own. They don't. They're too stable. Look at the way it's moving and hear those sounds. It sounds like someone's grabbing it and moving it around, but very sort of minimalistically, I guess. Like, it's so weird. It's so weird. For me, that is really unsettling because that shows to me that there's something in there. There's another type of energy and something is interfering with that piece of tech. And I don't like that. I really don't like thinking about that. It's dodgy.
Okay, so me and Axel were sitting down and Luke, you were mid-talking, innit?
Yeah.
And then something, I don't know what happened, but something on the second floor, it must have dropped over or something. It made a loud banging noise.
It was like something's fallen off a shelf.
Yeah.
Bang.
And then obviously me and Ramel proceed then to hear this loud banging noise that sounds like something has fallen. And lo and behold, it was the GoPro that fell. But again, these GoPros are so sturdy. Like, how has that fallen? How has it fallen? It just don't make no sense. It really don't.
I don't want to go back up there.
I need answers to that because I just, nah.
That's cool, man. You can go first then, yeah.
Jay just like, yeah, cool. If you want to go check that out, yeah, you be my guest. You lead the way, bro. And like me thinking I'm the big man as usual. Like, yeah, go on then. I'll lead it. Despite everything that I've just heard and acting like I've not just been the scaredest little kid to ever grace human existence. Like, what am I thinking?
What the fuck?
What, bro? What?
What?
Jamie, talk to
I
us.
heard a creak, you know. Bro, someone touched the back of my head.
This section terrifies me. Like, the way Jamie has just heard and felt something, like, sort of brush past behind him, and then Jay feels something, like a gust, just brushing the back of his head, like something touching him. Oh, I can't deal with that. Like that, I was just like, oh God. Like, it just made me feel even more claustrophobic in these tight halls in this very old and rickety building, and I was like, oh, we're gonna die? Like, what's going on? What is going on? Like, nah. I think we all just felt incredibly unsettled. I think I can speak for everyone when I say that, and it has such a dark, creepy vibe that you just have to be there to really feel and get the authenticity of yourselves. But so unsettling, guys. So unsettling.
Bro,
I felt what you felt, man. It was just cold. Like,
bro, freezing.
you have like cold air behind me.
Nah, bro.
Like, just look how genuine and terrified Jamie is here. It's spooky. It's hard to watch. Like, genuinely, some of these videos and some sections of this video in particular are really hard to watch.
Yo, where's that bell coming from, bro? It's like here, It's like around here.
One of the most haunting things was that we kept repeatedly hearing this bell sound from a distance. Obviously, the first time we heard it as we walked past the bell hanging down when we were all in the room together. And then it was just like the ghost wanted to tease us with that theme throughout the rest of the night. So I thought it would be a good idea to start ringing some random ghost bells in the distance. And it was messing with my head. It really was. Like, the bell sound is such an unsettling sound in itself. And like, I think that sort of created a really weird juxtaposition. And for me, it was just really, really messing with my head. It gave me a headache. Like, I think Jamie was saying to me that he was getting a really bad headache, and I was feeling it too. I think Jay was too. I think we all were. Like, it was getting to your head that much that we literally all started to feel the migraine coming on. Like, it really didn't feel nice.
I dare you to go to the attic by yourself.
You know what? Oh man, will I?
You want that £2,000, yeah?
How long do I have to go there for? How long? So if I get, I'm like, I've got the adrenaline going through me now. I'll go.
I don't know.
I'll just go. Fuck it.
You actually going?
Are you serious? Yo, how about night vision so it's pitch black?
Okay.
This, for me, is arguably the peak of the video, in my humble opinion. Obviously, I'm a very determined guy, you know? Jay's put £2,000 on the table. Like, I want £2,000. Who wouldn't want £2,000? So, I'm going and I'm finding the place in the attic that I want to stay in with no lights on, you know? I'm giving it the big one in my mind. I'm like, I can do this. And we've walked up the very top stairs, and obviously we've heard this.
Are you sure you want to do this, bro? You want to
not-
spend how long by yourself in the attic? In pitch black with infrared on? Night vision, just by yourself?
I just think, like, if there's something, that's the best opportunity to capture, like, an entity or something.
Where do you want to go?
Where do you think? Bed.
What the? Was that? What, yo? Bro!
I mean, just look at my face. I think my face says it all. The way I've just sort of froze, but my eyebrows sort of do that, like open up and drop down at the same time. And looking back at that clip scares me. It really, really does scare me, because I've never seen myself so horrified. Never, ever in my life have I seen myself so horrified. What was that sound? It sounded like pans almost clanging together to make a clang. But then when Jay explains it later on as almost like a knock on the window, it would make sense as there's a window right behind him. But like, how do you explain that? That was scary. Who would have thought a knock would have been the scariest thing? But for me, it petrified me. It absolutely petrified me. And there's no answer for it. I try really hard. I try so hard to just revisit that moment in my mind and really get answers for what it could be. Could it be a bird? Well, no, it wasn't a bird, because I would have heard it more clearly. I would have seen it, you know, fly past behind Jay. It wasn't a bird going into the window. Was it like... The other thing is, it's on a very top floor as well, so you can't reach it. You just can't reach that window. Like, who was it? There's no answer for it. It's freaking me out.
Yeah, boys! It's time to go! Time to go!
I don't think I've seen Jay so scared as well. Like, just the authenticity in his voice, and just like, yeah, we need to go. Like we realised what just happened. Let's just get out of there. I mean, lo and behold, again, this is where our idiocy shows through. We decide to stay for even longer. Like, why are we tempting fate like that? But honestly, like, you can't. Like, it's so weird to even try and think of an explanation for what we just heard. And it wasn't Ramal, Jamie, or Luke, because they were all downstairs at the time. You know, they promised us, and like, we didn't hear them. We would have heard them like walk up the stairs. It's a very old building. If anyone was walking up, we would have heard the stairs go, or the floorboards. Like,
all I can describe it as is like a white sheet, but not in like a generic like ghost form. It was like really unusual looking, like, and it had like a top half to it and like a bottom half, and it was like, it just waved like the best way I can describe it is like a wave from like the sea, but in white, clear in front of you, bro. And it just went across right in front of me, it just went across.
This was another petrifying moment for me, of course, because I swear when we proceeded to return into the attic to use like the motion balls and stay in there with all the lights off again, like, I saw something come up through those stairs leading into the attic and sort of brush past my eyes, going through the beams on the roof. And like I say in the video, you know, all I can describe it as is like this white sheet that sort of moved in a wave formation, like almost like a wave that you get from the ocean, but moving to the sides and moving horizontally, if that makes sense. And it was just, it was so strange. It was so strange. It hurts my head again. I think I'm getting a headache. I'm getting a headache again just thinking about it. But I was genuinely petrified, and you can see here how petrified I was, because me and Jay had obviously heard that sound, and then I saw that, and there was literal tears coming down my face. Like I was petrified.
Like, coming from down there, just went up and then to the left and like through like the beams on the roof, bro.
Like that. Something's in there.
And then we threw the motion balls onto the bed in the attic, and obviously they start going off, and that's just like, you know, it's like the cherry on top. I mean, it's all the cherry on top. There's so much happening at this point. I don't even know what the peak is for me even more. None of us know what the peak is, because stuff just keeps happening. And I think at this point, we're trying to get to terms with it, and we're just accepting that this place is haunted as fuck, and it is what it is. And it's so scary. Honestly, I swear I've never been so scared in my life. Like, I don't think the boys have either. Like, it was just...
The world so high, like a diamond in the sky. Twinkle, twinkle, little star.
This part I couldn't even take seriously. None of us could take seriously, like singing a nursery rhyme around a table trying to get a rocking chair to move. And as you can see, the rocking chair did move slightly, but like, I'm looking at this footage back and I'm like, was one of us just applying a little bit too much pressure on the table? Like, is there a logical explanation for that? It just is so strange. And like, I just nursery rhymes. Like, come on, why nursery rhymes? Have you really got to do that to us? Oh dear, something else.
Okay. Joe, boys.
Right, so we're approaching the end of the video now, and this is where I was genuinely, I know I can probably keep saying this, don't I, but I was so scared. I just wanted to go home. I was the most petrified here easily. I wanted to go home. Like, too much stuff's happening. I'm hearing too much. I'm seeing too much. I want to go home. I want my mum. I just need to have no part of this. Like, and as you can see, I latch on to Jay, and I'm like, nah. And look at us all. Like, we're all just trying to sort of like let the sounds and the noises and the vibrations sink in. Like, we can't comprehend what is going on. Like, it's just the freakiest thing in the world.
Hello, is anyone there?
The way man like Jay and me is just like really curious, like, hello, is anyone there? Like, you don't care. Like, oh, I love him. Oh, my days. So funny. But nah, this was a petrifying section of the night.
Oh, fuck! Fucking hell! Oh my fucking god! Yo, I just saw something. Shut the fucking door! I saw something drop. Bro. I saw something drop in the room. Bro. Something dropped.
This part was absolutely haunting. We're walking down the stairs and I'm looking into the room that I lay the GoPro in, that we heard those weird gushing sounds of water, and that Luke heard that sound sort of coming from within the wall. And I see ahead of me that something has fell, like right in front of my eyes. I mean, like literally it falls in front of my eyes. Not that it's just fallen, not that something is out of place. Something falls in front of me. And I'm like, nah, you're right. Like, I need no part of that. I'm cool. So off back up the stairs I run, and obviously I'm trying to just get across to the boys, just, you know, how scared I am. I mean, I'm not trying to. The adrenaline's just rushing through me. Like, I don't know how to react. Like, I can't believe what I've just witnessed. Like, seeing something fall in front of your eyes in a haunted building is one of the most petrifying things, because you know in the back of your mind this place is cursed, and like seeing that is like, all the clarification you need. All the clarification you need is backwards.
Promise me there's no one else here, please. Like, at this point, yeah, like, there's got to be someone fucking with us, like.
Well, that was my theory all along. I thought you like, well, not you. I thought like Melanie could do a little something.
I literally thought I was going to have an asthma attack here.
Yo, I feel like something's going in for Axel, bro. Because why did the knock happen to you? It's like it's darting on you, bro.
Something trying to yam your crack, bro. Like literally knife and fork.
At this point, obviously, we're back in the van. We're trying to comprehend what we've just heard and seen again. And like, I need answers for it. And I'm like convinced someone is taking the piss. Like, I just can't believe all this is going on. And thinking about it again, it's too much for me. It's honestly too much for my brain to comprehend. And I just think we've got more episodes to film. Ah, hurts my heart and my head at the same time. I don't even think I can comment on anything else. Guys, if you haven't seen the video yet, then what are you doing? Just head over to the TGF channel and watch the damn video. But, oh, what a intense experience. What a night that was. I don't know. This made me question the entire world, like our entire existence, energy, spirits, what is out beyond our galaxy, our universe. Makes you think. These experiences get you thinking, and I'm just leave it at that, guys. Just, yeah, make sure you subscribe. See you for the next video. Peace.